Hi, I'm just going to do a little Facebook Live using Cigar box guitars. I've got this one, 3-string, that I use a lot, and another 5-string one that I'll play later. It's got some double course strings on it. It's a bit of a book theme on this. All the songs are about an author or a book. So the first one is called The Books We Read. I wrote it late one evening. I just got the pick-in little thing, and then I wanted some words to sing, so I just looked at the books that were in front of me on the shelf and started reading out the titles of the books. And but then I thought, oh, hang on, this is kind of working. So the next day I picked out all the books that kind of leapt out at me and put them together with some joining bits. And it's called The Books We Read. So you might, if you read any of the same books as me, you might notice some book titles. Sip of tea. I've got my tablet here in case nothing comes up on the comments. In case I can't see comments, I've got my tablet here, but I don't think that's even appearing. I thought I would be able to see them on here if I couldn't see them on. If anyone's there, if you can just write hi, and I'll see if the comments are working. Oh well, it hasn't come up on my tablet at all, so I will just play anyway and hope it works on the phone. So this is called The Books We Read. The books we read, they shape our mind. Life is elsewhere while we're eating fire. It's a wild sheep chase, we can't see the joke. This is the book of laughter and forgetting. And the world is full of ignorance as we dance, dance, dance after dark. And the world is full of ignorance as we dance, dance, dance to the end of the world. Da 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 da. I want to see behind the door. Truth is surfacing about life before man. It's a wild sheep chase, we can't see the joke. This is the song of laughter and forgetting. And the world is full of ignorance as we dance, dance, dance after dark. And the world is full of ignorance as we dance, dance, dance to the end of the world. shape our mind. Life is elsewhere while we're eating fire. Hey, I can't see who's watching and I can't see comments because probably there aren't any. But little round things popped up, which I presume that was who it was, but it's too small to see who it is. Let me have another look on my tablet, see if it's appeared. Nope. Oops. No, it's not there. Refresh the page and see. No. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Right. Oh, I see. Now there are some comments. Ah, Rusty Taylor. If you're still here. Oh no, it started playing on there. Let me turn it around. It's quite behind, I think. Wave on here and see when it appears on there. It's quite a long way behind. So, hi, Alison, if you're still here. Rusty, if you're still there. And Alexandra, if you're still there. Hi. I couldn't see the comments. I don't know why they don't work on my phone. Anyway, the next one is a cheery little song about dementia. Just retune after taking off the capo. It's just GDG before it had a capo on to make it E, A, E, I think. G. Right, yeah. So this is called Forget Me Not. And I wrote it after reading this book, which is probably back to front. For you? Or is it? Yeah, I think it is. It's back to front, so I'll tell you what it's called. Wendy Mitchell, it's by, and called Somebody I Used to Know. I thought it was a brilliant, it's a first-hand account of someone with early onset dementia. And when she got diagnosed, she was shocked by how little help there was. So since then, she's set about doing something about that. So it might not be like that for her daughters, if that happens to them. So she travels all over the country raising awareness. And so this song I wrote after doing that, and I sent it to her, and she sort of tweeted about it and stuff, so it was nice. It's called Forget Me Not. I think that's an emblem for one of the dementia charities or something. Right, here we go. Thoughts are lost for a while. Know they will return if I stay still and calm. But I can still feel the wind on my face, and I can still hear the music drifting by. When you hear that word, please don't pass me by. We can talk and laugh, just let go of your fear. 'Cause I can still feel the wind on my face, and I can still hear the music drifting by. of this world. I can see things that you will never know. But we can both feel the wind on our face. We can both hear the music drifting by. Thoughts are lost for a while. One day they won't return if I stay still and calm. But I still love you when I don't know your face. And I will still hear the music drifting by, drifting by. Whoever's there, see Sam Brannan, Andy Allen, John Draycott. I'm trying to work out how far behind that is. Seems like quite a way. Why don't the comments appear on here? Oh well. Don't start tapping about, I'll probably end it or something. So, that was Forget Me Not. And the next one is called Field of Bones. And I wrote it after reading this book called The Stone Fields. You see the pound sticker on. This is a book. I was looking for a novel to read after I'd finished a book. I grabbed this. I didn't remember buying it. My husband doesn't remember buying it, but I think it must have been from Galloway and Porter, which sadly has shut now. It used to have loads of books outside for £1, and we used to get loads of them. But yeah, this book just appeared, and I started reading it, thinking it was a novel, and then realised partway through it wasn't a novel, it's a true account, but the writing is really, really good. And it's not an easy read. The woman who wrote it was working, I think, for the UN, going to Bosnia to help uncover mass graves and sort of catalogue all the people that had died and everything. And so it's a pretty difficult read, but stunningly written. I sent her the song after I'd done it, and she replied, which I was surprised about, and put a link to it on a website and stuff. So the song is called Field of Bones. And it made me laugh. One Christmas, a couple of weeks before Christmas, I was busking, and I don't really do Christmas songs. I'm a bit of a grumpy old woman about Christmas songs. So I was just playing my normal stuff, my own songs. And a man walked past and he said, "Oh, play something more cheerful than that, love," or something like that. I sort of grinned through gritted teeth. Anyway, about 20 minutes later, he came back. And I was playing this song. Bear in mind, I've just told you what it was about. And he stopped. He said, yeah, that's better. So given what it was about, I thought that was hilarious. Right. Wipe off my old loops. So that's, yeah, they're a bit depressing, aren't they? We've had one about dementia, one about digging up mass graves. What was the first one? Books we read, that was okay, wasn't it? The next one's not depressing. Nor is the one after that. So, yeah, it's quite balanced then. The next one's about an author rather than a book. Haruki Murakami. I don't even know how you pronounce his name for sure, but he's one of my favourite authors. I've read all his books. So yeah, it's just some of the lines are just sort of straight out of his books, and some of it's just the atmosphere of his books. Even the ones that I didn't think were as good, I would just really like reading them. They've just got little mundane details where his character will be getting something out of the fridge and he describes exactly what he makes for a little snack, and then he'll iron a shirt. But then there's this weird, bizarre stuff happening at the same time. And that combination, it's just, I love it. So I decided to send him send him the song, but he's like massive. I wasn't expecting any response, and I haven't got one. But apparently you have to write a physical letter to him to stand any chance of getting it read. So I did that and had to go to America and then be sent on to... But yeah, I didn't get any reply, which I wasn't expecting. And I was half a bit worried because I'd taken lines straight out of the books. Would that be okay or not? I don't know. So it's just called Haruki Murakami. So if you don't know him or read his books, it might not connect at all. A bit more reverby for this one. Haruki Murakami. And I forgot to mention at the start, if anyone's enjoying it and feels like chucking a tip in the tip jar, there's a link below to a PayPal me thing. Just click and choose the amount. It can be any tiny amount or nothing at all. Just if you're enjoying the music, it doesn't matter really. Right, swap instruments. This is weird. This is a 5-string thing. So I'll tell you how it's strung. This bottom one, I can plug it in, hang on. Just tune it up. So the bottom one is a G, then you've got a G and G, D and D. Yeah, D and D. An octave apart, double course, so they're close together. And I did it the other way round from how it's normally done on a 12 string, because you make up your own rules when you're making them. I've got the higher one on the top on these ones, because when I'm picking, I want that one to come through. So I thought it makes sense to me, but just check it. So G on the bottom, a single one, then a D, D, an octave apart, and then on the top, you've got, I did do them, the lowest one, and then the highest one. Instead of G, G, an octave apart, I've got the G and then a D. Again, I was going to tune it up to a G, and then I stopped there, and I really like the sound when you... So at the moment I've got it like that, and I wrote this song. Just get the... So this song was written after reading that back to front book, Woody Guthrie, Bound for Glory, which is stunningly well written. It's not so much about his music as I thought there would be, but it's just fantastically written, and particularly the descriptions of his childhood I thought were great. I wrote this one, it's called Following in Your Tracks, so it's sort of about Woody Guthrie. I'm guessing more people have heard of these than some of the other songs I wrote. If you want to know more about this guitar, if you look on my YouTube page, it's just B Music, the channel's called. I think I did a video about it, so I might say a little bit more about it. Sort of this tie washboard. I never use it as a tie. You can clip it on your shirt and do it. But it's good to take busking because it's just light. You can put it in and it does a sort of percussive thing that cuts through. I thought it fitted with this song. You've got to get the right speed. Colours bouncing in the trees, the train was laughing and alive. You travelled all across the land in a cloud of poison dust. We're all following in your tracks. 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 You left signs for us to see, showed there was a different way. You played in all the clubs and bars, put your hat down in the street. We're all following in your tracks. the hard-hitting truth, sang of life and love and war. When the great storms hit the plain, you left on Route 66. We're all following in your tracks. 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 That's it. I've done 5 songs, all book related. So if anyone enjoyed it and feels like they want to throw something in a tip jar, there's a PayPal me link under the thing. But I know money's tight for a lot of people at the moment, so only do it if you can afford it. Thanks for watching, anybody who watched it. There's a few comments. All right, bye for now.